Hello, I'm Mr. Anger and welcome to my show. This is the second episode. I know I'm doing it a little bit early, so please just bear with me. There's a few things that have hit the news lately that I feel like I gotta get off my chest and makes me quite angry. So, if you are a person that has to ask permission to watch certain shows, buy a video game, need an ID to go see certain movies, then you need to go ask your parents to watch me, or else you need to get offline right now. And parents, I warned them, and I warned you. So no nasty comments down below in the comment section. You know what? Be responsible for your children. Know what the hell they're watching. I know what mine are doing. Do you? Alright, you got 10 seconds, little kids. Scurry on. Scurry on. Alright, come on. Yeah, this cigarette's tasty. I like it. Hold up. 2 seconds. 1. Oh, time's up, you little fuckers. Alright, we're going to get straight into it here. There's this new film that came out through the independent films. It got purchased by Fox. Everybody's ranting and raving about it and saying it's going to be the next great thing and all that stuff. Personally, I will not go see it. Any movie that is based on historical events, I do not watch. Why? Because I'm in media. Media production is what I do. And I know what happens with historical movies, and it just boggles my mind. And you could tell who watches historical movies and tries to debate historical fact. It's almost quite hilarious. And here's the reason why I do not watch historical movies. It's because when they come to a filmmaker with historical facts and stuff, they'll change things. They'll change characters to make a character seem darker or a character seem more likable, or they'll change facts. They'll drop some facts that would be pertinent to the whole film, and they'll drop some facts just because of time constraints. So there's a lot of inaccuracies when it comes to Hollywood or filmmaking and true stories or historical films. Let's put it that way. And like I said, you can tell who watches historical films and tries to debate with people who actually study the historical documents. It's actually quite hilarious. But, you want to know about history and actual historical facts and what actually happened and the true legit story, you go and you get the historical documents and you do the research yourself. I mean, I've done that plenty of occasions when the movies come out, and I've gone and read the historical documents, and that way, I can tell who just watched the movie and who's on there trying to debate that they know this historical past so well. And it just becomes absolutely fucking hilarious. I have plenty of laughs, trust me. But, I mean, as far as the movie goes itself, I mean, if people like that kind of thing, go see it, enjoy, have fun. They're saying that it's going to win awards, Oscars, whatever. Hey, if it wins Oscars, hey, go for it. But, I mean, it's just not, it's something that I personally do not watch. I mean, the only kind of historical movie that I've ever watched is Titanic, and that's because my wife likes it. That's not even historical. I mean, they changed characters that weren't even there. I mean, it's just, and that's why I despise historical movies. It's nothing personal against the movie itself. It's just because I like facts. And when you're a fact-driven person, historical inaccuracies kind of piss me off. So I'd rather go read about it, learn the actual facts, and be knowledgeable about the incidents and the past than be film smart. Okay? So if you want to go see it, enjoy it, but go research it and find out the real legit scenarios behind all this. Okay? Don't sit there and watch it and go, oh, I'm an expert on this now. No, don't do that. Just, no. Which brings me up to the next subject. Trump. Donald Trump. Sorry, my brother's over there, so I was just checking to make sure he's okay. Donald Trump is not going to do the Fox News debate. Now, here's the funny and hypocritical part that I find about this. You see, people all the time in every faction sit there and bash Fox News. But yet, when Donald Trump says he's not going to be in Fox News debate, it's madness. It's hysteria. It's oh my God, what, he can't handle Megyn Kelly? No, 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 no. How's he supposed to handle world leaders when the same people that are saying that are the same ones that are bashing fucking Fox? So make up your goddamn minds. Either you're against Fox and would appreciate what the hell Trump is doing, and actually, as a political standpoint, it is actually fucking brilliant what the hell he's doing. He's getting free news coverage across the globe right now. Every major news source is reporting about this. Free publicity. And he's eating it up. Guess what's going to happen? He's going to take the people who are against Fox News, which is the majority, they're sitting there condemning him, and get his own audience that will be bigger than the debate itself. And it's fucking brilliant. I mean, am I a Trump supporter? I do believe in some of the things he said. I'm not 100% yet, but yes, I mean, I do support him in most things, such as illegal immigration. I'm sorry. We need to secure our borders. This is our home. This is, you don't leave your front doors open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to come through. That's just inviting trouble. And we as a nation are doing that ourselves with drugs and people and guns and all sorts of other things coming across the border daily that is proven. Why don't you want to stop this? Why? Why? Because it's cheap labor that people don't want to do? Okay, well, that brings us to the next topic that I want to bring up. And that's, what are we doing with our prisoners? Let's give them the jobs at the low wages. Why not? You want to figure out what the hell to do with prisoners? There you go. Give them jobs in these low-paying wages. We got plenty of them. Let's do it. But, you know, people are like, oh, that's just, whatever. It's discrimination to lock down the borders. America was founded on immigration. No, it was not. Yes, people came here, but it was back during a command and conquer type of day format. There was no country. There was no laws. The Native Americans, the Indians, or whatever you want to call them, whatever PC term you got for them. And guess what? I'm married to a full-blooded Native American, and she agrees with me. There wasn't no laws. It wasn't like we pulled up to a port and says, okay, we're here to enter your country, because there was no founded country. There was no, I mean, there was different tribes that had different sects. I mean, from the Cherokee, Powhatan, Navajo, Blackfoot. I mean, come on. There was all sorts of different tribes in different areas, but there wasn't a conformed nationality. There wasn't. There was no laws or nothing to report to, so no laws were broken. Our ancestors came over here, and yes, through some unfortunate deeds to the actual Native Americans, we created a country. You know, if we think about it nowadays, what we did to the Native Americans would be compared to the modern day Hitler. I mean, if that was to happen today. If we were to come over here and do this today, what we did to the Native Americans, we would all be considered modern day Hitlers. I mean, there's no doubt and dispute about that. I mean, what happened to the Native Americans is bad. But even my wife, and when I go to, you know, reservations with her family, the Native Americans even agree, secure the damn border. But that's besides the point. The thing is there's a lot of things coming across the border that shouldn't be coming across, and we have enemies out there that know we have an open door policy. I mean, come on in, come across the border, we don't care. You know ISIS is paying attention, and so is Al-Qaeda. You don't think they're going to sneak people across the border on either sides? No, you don't leave your door open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to come through. You get to know who the hell you let in your home. You let people into your home that you know that you can trust, that you know that would benefit the homestead. Simple. It's simple as that. It's all about security. In today's time where we have serious threats, we need serious solutions. Now, as far as them banning Muslims from coming into the country for a while, yes, by all means. Why? It's not to be it's not to be cruel or racist or anything like that. It's just we just had them say if you let refugees in, we're going to have people among them. Guess what? They said the same thing to Paris, and look how well that fucking turned out. We need to stop it, at least for 6 months, maybe a year at most, and figure out what they're looking for. You know, what ISIS is recruiting. I mean, what type of people are they trying to recruit? We need to find out what type of people they're looking for, because guess what? They're recruiting our own people. We've caught them. Plenty of times. It's been in the paper. Plenty of times about some person who wanted to join ISIS and who's on their way to join ISIS. And we can't even secure ourselves, and you want to bring another possible threat in. It doesn't make any sense. And you want to gamble with people's lives. That never makes sense. Sorry, I know the likelihood of my family ending up being in a terrorist attack is very small, very minute, but it's a chance I'm not willing to take. Are you willing to take that? Because if you are, I want you to be the one who stands in front of a grieving family and explains why you knew about a threat and did nothing about it. You know, in America, if you know about a crime or a possible incident that's going to happen and you do nothing about it, you're considered an accessory to a crime and charged. Maybe the people that are for this, if they let people in, okay, let them in. But if anything happens, you're an accessory to the crime because you knew about the possible threat. We need to get a good handle on what to look for with these people. And I know it sucks because not all Muslims are bad. I mean, I lived in Dallas, Texas. There was a mosque right down the street from me. I appreciated a lot of the people there. Had conversations with them. Went out to lunch with them a few times. I loved them. They're great people. And it sucks that the great, you know, the good people have to suffer because of the bad. But then again, you don't want to have more innocent blood all over your hands. Because how much blood do you want to wipe off of your hands? How much is too much? San Bernardino not enough for you? 9/11 wasn't enough? How much blood is it going to take for you to wake the fuck up and realize that we're dealing with a security information or a security risk, and it isn't about race or anything like that or religion or whatever. It's about security. Security for us all, because I don't want to have to look someone in their eyes, a grieving mother's eyes, and explain to her why we didn't do a damn thing about it. Human life, it's too much to gamble with. And we want to piss and moan and gamble with it. So yes, I do like his idea on that. Now, as far as his taxes and stuff like that, but, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he seems, the only reason that I kind of really, truly started to even look at him as a possible real candidate is because his lack of political affiliation. And I like that. I like that a lot. I think America has gotten off on the wrong path. You know, we gotta elect these silver spoon fed motherfuckers that never know a day of suffering and challenges their whole entire life. Why are we doing that? The greatest document in the United States history, the Constitution, was formulated by people who, in today's times and standards, would barely have an 8th grade education. You want to know why they made the greatest document in the world? Or in American history? Because they were the ones putting their hands in the dirt and getting dirty with the rest of the people. That's why. Where this philosophy of electing silver spoon-fed motherfuckers, and I know Trump fits into that category, which gives me pause about him. Like I said, not 100%. So, why are we electing these silver spoon-fed motherfuckers that have political affiliations and ties all over the place when we should be electing people who have common sense, common knowledge, and can relate to the common man. But Trump's eating this up, though. News media coverage is across the board. He's getting free publicity. He's eating this up. Which brings me to my last issue. Obama banning solitary confinement through an executive order or executive, I forgot. It was an order or if it was an action. I don't remember. Anyways, sorry. Solitary confinement after 15 days, psychologists have agreed that it is considered to be detrimental to the mind. So put the magic number at 14 days. Why? It's simple. Because you have to have consequences. You have to have consequences. These people are inside prison, federal facilities, which means they were tried as adults. So if you mess up in there, you got to get punished somehow. And solitary confinement, hey, 14 days, you're not going loopy in the brain after that amount of time. Psychologists would agree. So why not use it? Gives people the time to reflect. But it's horrible. It's torture. No, it's not. It's a glorified fucking timeout. That's all the hell it is. Now, the press is jumping all over this one extreme case, and that's what happens with the media. They jump on this one extreme case. It's like a dog with a fucking bone. It's like, oh, this one kid got 2 years in solitary confinement. One incident out of hundreds, out of thousands, a minute incident, and we're going to make a goddamn big deal about it? Sorry for that kid. I mean, I'm sorry that happened to him. And if he hadn't committed Harry, I would have suggested that the government make restitutions to him. But since he did commit Harry, the family should get restitutions or something like that. But banning solitary confinement is wrong. And the reason is simple. People are like, well, what if that was your kid? My kids were brought up with personal responsibility and taking responsibility for their own actions. They know if they fuck up, they mess up, that they must face the consequences. And what is punishment? Punishment is not supposed to be positive. That's the key word here. It's not supposed to be positive. That's like I don't agree with these prisons having cable TV and weight rooms. Hell no. They're in prison. They're being punished. Take that shit away. Why the hell are we paying for that? They should get 3 hots and a cot, and they should be made to work and work their little asses off. Guess what? When we get rid of the illegals, use them as the cheap labor. But what happens if you mess up in prison or in jail or something? You get solitary confinement. You know, you need some form of punishment. So give them 14 days as the max, depending on the severity of the deed that was committed. It's not being cruel, it's not being humane. If it's my children, they went to jail for, or prison for stealing or whatever, and then guess what? They were caught again stealing inside. Throw them in the hole. It's not because I'm heartless, it's because I brought them up knowing that they should take responsibility for their actions. I taught them not to play the blame game or passing the buck on off to others. It doesn't fly with me. But taking away punishment, and I don't know what it is with people who are like, well, when a criminal gets punished, we should help and rehabilitate and da-da-da-da-da-da. They should know why they're being punished. They know why. The judge explained it to them. The judge tells them, point blank, during the verdict, you have been found guilty of this, which means you're getting this punishment. They know what the hell they're in for. Punish them. Punishment's not meant to be positive. I don't know why it is. People are like, well, let's go give them cotton candy and sit down in a psychiatrist's office and talk about their happy little feelings or their childhood or whatever. ugh. No, it doesn't work that way. And people were like, well, what if they don't mentally understand? Well, guess what? Mental competency should have been brought up during the fucking trial. I don't know what it is with the bleeding hearts of America, but it needs to stop. It's bullshit. Punishment's punishment. You can't sugarcoat it. No matter how much you want to, you can't sugarcoat it. You fuck up, you're going to get punished. And if you don't like the punishment, guess what? Don't do it the fuck again. Take away cable television. Take away weight rooms. Quit making prisons and jails a goddamn community housing project. And treat it like the punishment it is. And guess what? You will see goddamn results. I wouldn't mind if my kids went through it. If they still are killed, send them away. I love you, kids. I hope for the best for you. But goddamn it, you fucked up. Take responsibility. Jesus Christ. That's enough from Mr. Anger for today. I'm tired of this crap. People are like, well, it's cruel and unusual treatment. It's a glorified fucking timeout. Fuck you. It ain't no goddamn cruel and unusual punishment. Hell, I pay for goddamn solitary confinement sometimes just to get away from the madness of you fucking morons ranting and raving about every goddamn thing. Ugh. Pimp my kitty. He's such a soft kitty. Well, there's my second episode. I'm sorry. Damn. Woo! My second episode. Think of me what you will. Call me a heartless bastard, whatever. Put your insults down there. Vote for the top insult down there. I want some good new insults to add to my repertoire. And put down there in the comments section what you want to talk about next time that I have a video. Any other things that I could think about that I could get off my chest really quick? Nah, not really. Alright. This is Mr. Anger. Till I get angry again, I'll see you fuckers later. And you better believe. Oh, yeah. I'll vent, rant, and rave and be the sadistic asshole that you all want me to be. Because somebody's got to be the asshole that says the truth. I like to be that asshole. This is Mr. Anger. Have fun.